This is one of my favorite parts about talking to you because of this ability to turn those into gifts.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want to just emphasize that point to everyone who's listening and watching again, because I think we're living in a time right now where there's a lot of bitterness towards parents and what we received, and rightly so as well. Like some things are, quite hard to deal with, that level of trauma, etc. But at the same time, when we start looking at our lives this way, not in a fake way or an ingenuine way, but really start to process some of these things to see the powers that it gave us.
Absolutely.
All the superheroes that we all love in sci-fi movies, they all got their powers from bad things that happened to them.
Exactly.
Like, no one ever had something good happen to them. And then they, like, for Spider-Man, he got bit by a spider. For this person, got abandoned by his parents. Like, all the superheroes we all love and worship all got their powers from something bad happening to them.
It's really difficult to say that to someone in the middle of the throes of a traumatic experience.
We've talked
about that, right? But, from sitting on this side of the experiences that I've shared, in my life and in my experience, there's no such thing as a bad experience, right? There's experiences you don't like.
And they hurt.
Right? But to define something as a bad experience, for me, has not been true. Everything that's ever happened to me in my life that at the time was deeply traumatic and debilitating. There's been only 2 times in my life when I contemplated suicide.
Wow.
There's been 2 times in my life. And the once was when my mother and father separated, when my parents broke up, and I was 12, and that was one of the only serious times in my life that I contemplated suicide. But even out of that, as I look back on that, the pain of that experience cultivated devotion in my life to my family, and I just never wanted to have my children suffer that. And of course, I got divorced from Cherie, so I was recreating that situation, but it woke me up in a way that forced me to try to connect with my children. So the negative experiences or the things that were awful at the time, there's always the other side of the coin. And in my experience, I've cultivated only positive things out of the most negative experiences of my life. My father's death, and the 6 weeks up to my father's death, was probably the most formative time in my life. And as painful as it was, and as difficult it was, and all the stuff that came up during the time, it was a powerful, formative, positive experience in my life.